Barry, I don't think this is gonna work, buddy. You know, I thought I'd give it a shot. You know, I can sort of like. All right, hey guys, how you doing? Barry wanted to see if we could switch spots for a video. Thought it would be a good idea. I had faith in him, but as you can see, I don't think this would really work out too well. I mean, we can keep going if you want. All right. So today's video, we're going to talk about Kaido's son Yamato, and just all right. Yeah, this isn't work. Just Okay. Okay. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Maybe I would have to get maybe a really wide-angle camera lens for that to work. So for right now, I think we should just go back to normalcy there. I would say, okay, there we go, buddy. That's the way things are supposed to be. There, I'll arrange your hat. Okay, that's cool. All right. So, Kaido's a dad. We kind of already knew about this, but I was a little dubious, I'll admit, when you name drop a character, not even really name drop before last chapter. It was just Kaido drinking and just being like, where's my son at? I'd be like, whoa, okay, son, back up, Mr. Kaido, like, what's going on with that? Granted, we haven't seen him that often, you know, we don't really get to see Kaido, like, in his daily routine, but we've never seen or even heard of a son before. None of the people that have worked closely to Kaido, and none of the Calamities, Doflamingo, Caesar, none of them, the Marines, never mentioned, by the way, Kaido has a son! Little bit of an integral fact, also considering that Kaido is one of the Yonko, one of the emperors of the entire, you know, new world, you'd think at some point they'd bring up, yeah, Kaido's pretty damn strong. Also, he has a son, so he's also probably pretty damn strong. So, I was a little dubious. I was just like, maybe Kaido's son died a long time ago, and maybe that's the reason Kaido drinks. That's just Oda's way of bringing it all full circle. Like, yeah, you think him getting drunk all the time is just a character quirk? He's like, oh, he's a laughing drunk. Now he's a sad drunk. Now he's a flummoxed drunk. Huh? You know, but no, it's like maybe he lost his son and he was just like, oh, my baby boy, and then that's why he got drunk, and every time when he does get really toasted, he just forgets that his son is dead, and so he's like, where's my son at? Find him for me. Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Kaido, we'll look for him, and then by the time he sobers up, he remembers. Maybe a few of the Beast Pirates get crushed in the meantime, like, oh, damn it! Alright, let's get back to work, you know? Okay. But no, last chapter, chapter 979, pretty apparent that Yamato is still alive. He issued a challenge to the Tobiropo, rather King, you know, gathered the Tobiropo together for Kaido to, like, you know, alright, well, I guess it makes sense why you'd summon them. Alright, here's the deal. You guys all want the all-star position, right? Hey now, you're an all-star, get your, you know the song. Alright, cool. By the way, that's the initiation ritual. When you become a Calamity, when you become an all-star in the Beast Pirates, you have to sing that song. Alright, so that's canon now, I don't care. When Queen became an all-star, that was great. It was a giant theatrical performance and whatever. But when Jack got it, it was just, hey now, you're an all-star. It's a game of go. Do I have to do the whole song? Yes, Jack, you have to sing the song. We all sing the damn song. That's what it means to be an all-star. I sang the song, King did a damn striptease when he sang the song, and now it's your turn to sing the song too. Right, Lord Kaido? Yeah, you gotta sing the song, Jack. I'm sorry. Okay, so, no, but it's like, hey, you want to be an all-star, I'll give you the opportunity to fight one, you just have to find my son first. Now, the Tobiropo did admit that it would be a very challenging thing to do. Black Maria was just like, ooh, that's a difficult task, that's pretty monumental there, and Ulti was very upset by it. Ulti was just like, that's your own damn problem, you do it. But Sasaki and Who's Who were the ones that were the most excited. Who's Who in particular was like grinning, and he was just like, oh yeah, this is my chance. Because out of all the Tobiropo, and it was revealed last chapter that the Tobiropo used to all be pirate captains, like I said, the only question about that is maybe Page One and Ulti, because they're brother, sister, maybe they were on the same crew, maybe they were joint captains. We know Drake was a captain. We don't know anything about Black Maria or Sasaki or Who's Who, but they were probably all captains. I like to think that Who's Who and Sasaki have been members of the Tobiropo for the longest. We know Drake joined up in the last 2 years, but maybe a little bit before that we had, like, right before that, maybe we had Page 1 and Ulti joined. I like to think they joined like around the same time, and then Black Maria before them, but I think Sasaki and Husu were there first. They've been kind of taking orders from Kaido for the longest, and they respect the man, just like Sasaki. He was just like, I want to drink with you, Kaido. I want to be, they want to be equals with Kaido. I think they realized if this really went down like a similar way to how Kaido beat the crap out of Moria's pirate crew back in the day, if it went down in that similar way, or like the way that they beat down Kid and like threw him in the jail cell, beat down Luffy, threw him in the jail cell, like, oh, I'm gonna break them and then they'll become members of my crew, then I could see them being like Sasaki and Husu, them being like, you know what? We can't be a Yonko. That power is probably just beyond our grasp. But what we can be is like the right arm of that Yonko. You know, we want to stand like almost as equals with Kaido. That's what we want to do, right? So they're getting really excited by this. Now, if Yamato was truly dead, and this was something that like everybody knew about, except for Kaido when he gets really toasted, then they would think this task impossible. They would just be like, oh, okay, well, all right, Kaido, we'll go find your son. You know, he's dead. What are you going to do? I was like, I don't know. We can make a fake. And he was like, I don't know. You want to grab like some sticks from outside and make like a snowman variant of his son? Maybe he'll buy it. I don't know, man. Maybe take a boot and a fish and put some freaking googlies on it. Man, that worked. I don't know. Maybe sometime. You know, so no, they seemed like, yeah, this is going to be tough, but we can do this. Also, last chapter, we had a mysterious shadowy figure observing Jinbei and Robin as they were walking away into Onigashima. That mysterious shadowy character, it could be Yamato. A lot of people like to think it was Yamato. And a little bit more of a better, like, a reason for why that person was there at that moment. You know, Kaido's son, why would he run away? Why would he be hiding, like, way on the outskirts of Onigashima right at the entrance and everything like that? And you know what? The answer for that, honestly, I think would also explain why we've never heard of Yamato before this. You know, not just the fact that none of the other members of the Beast Pirates have ever mentioned him and we never see him with Kaido. You'd think that Kaido's son, if he was out there actively doing stuff, the Marines and the world government would mention him. We'd have like wanted posters like, yeah, this is Kaido's son Yamato. He freaking annihilated an entire island last week. You know, his bounty is freaking 2.5 billion or something like that. The simplest explanation I could come up with here is Yamato just isn't interested in being a pirate. He's not interested in being a part of his father's crew. He's not interested in his father's line of work. He might be, maybe not rebellious teenager, because if, like, Big Mom's in her late 60s, maybe Kaido, when he was an apprentice, he's younger than that. Maybe Kaido's, like, in his mid to late 50s right now. Yamato might be in his 20s, maybe late 20s, early 30s, whatever. But Yamato just isn't interested in doing that, so he just tries to avoid his dad as much as possible. Now, he would still be living on Onigashima and in Wano, maybe because for one reason he lives in essentially opulence. When you're Kaido's son, you get pretty much anything you want. So that's probably a nice thing for him, like a bonus. But also, like, you think about it, there's really nowhere in the world that Yamato could run away to, because his father is a Yonko. So if Yamato decides, you know, screw this, Dad, I don't want to be a member of your crew, I wanna be a baker. That's right. If every villain in the One Piece world just decided to be a baker, number one, we'd have way more delicious baked goods in the world, so many delectable pastries, and the bread would be super fluffy. There's like a Starbucks. There'd be bakers on every single street corner. Here's Arlong's Bakery. Arlong's Bakery is right across the street from Horty Jones's Bakery. And then right down the street, there's Rob Lucci's Bakery. He makes little kitty cat cookies. They would be adorably delicious. But no, he's just like, screw you, Dad, I don't want this. I'm gonna move away. I'm gonna go to the South Blue, or I'm gonna go to the West, or whatever, and that's gonna be whatever. It doesn't matter where he goes, Kaido would send his forces to bring him back. And in fact, that might have actually even happened before. That might have been a thing where Yamato, you know, tried to leave quite a few times. Maybe when Yamato was a rebellious teenager in his early 20s. He's like, screw this, I'm out of here. And he gets a boat and he leaves, and Kaido always finds him and drags his ass back. In fact, when the Tobiropo, when they were told, you know, you have to find my son, they were like, ooh, that's going to be pretty difficult. Why would it be pretty difficult to find his son? It's either because a few explanations for this. Maybe the son is just, you know, once again, ridiculously powerful, or he's really, really good at hiding. Maybe either because he has a devil fruit, like maybe a chameleon fruit, or some fruit that allows him to, like, turn into moss or something. A fruit that allows him to hide really well. That's why they thought it was difficult. Or the reason why they might think it's difficult is because maybe he's run away so many times before this, And sometimes the only way they were able to find him is because Kaido himself got the entire crew together, mobilized, and involved in order to find his son. You know, he's like, my son ran away to the freaking North Blue. Mobilize, find him. And then after a couple weeks, couple months, they drag him back to Onigashima. It's like, I hope you had fun with your little adventure. I've been running my freaking pirate empire all by myself, damn son. Pick up your damn sword and be awesome. I'm like, Dad, I don't want to. I don't care what you want. You're gonna drink sake like me, pick up your sword. He has like a giant buster sword, and you're gonna slice mountains in half. It's like Kaido, I want my son to be a badass anime villain. Like, Dad, I don't want to be a badass anime villain. Why do I have to have a buster sword? I'm like, because you're Kaido's son. That's how this story works. I would laugh so hard if Oda really went that far with it, like subverting the whole trope. It's just like, man, yeah, I'm Kaido's son. I'm ridiculously powerful. I could blow up a mountain if I wanted to. I just don't want to, that's probably the reason for why maybe he's not around. And he noticed everything's happening with the Fire Festival, and he noticed, like, oh, Big Mom and her family are showing up, and then Orochi's coming, and Yamato's just like, screw this, I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this posh thing, like, I'm sitting up there in the Fire Festival next to my dad all day, just like, yes, thank you for being a member of the Beast Pirates. That's fantastic. Awesome. Are we done yet? Can I go to my room? And be like, not yet! I'm like, damn it. And so, that might be the reason why he left. A lot of other people are hypositing that the reason he's not there and the reason he's hiding is because Big Mom's coming. And, I mean, being afraid of Big Mom in and of itself is completely understandable, but people are thinking, wait a second, what Big Mom does with her crew is family, right? So the whole thing that we had last arc, with Sanji marrying Pudding to get the power of the Germa on Big Mom's side. So with that logic, the idea is to cement the alliance properly. You would have a member of the Beast Pirates marry a member of the Big Mom Pirates. Now, there's a few issues with this. Number one, just being we just had a whole arc about this, so fair enough there. You don't want to rehash too quickly. But also you'd figure, like, if that's the situation, why wouldn't Big Mom and Kaido just get married? It would just seem like, like cut out the middleman. It's like, oh, my son's gonna marry your daughter. You're like, screw it, just, get married yourself. You seem like you're on good terms right about now anyway, after you got reunited and, had that night of passion / lightning and destruction, just get married yourselves, and then boom, done. Maybe they think that's a little bit, well, that's going a little bit too far. Let's just have our kids marry each other. And so Yamato might have gotten wind of that and just like, nope, screw it, I'm out, done, I'm out of here. And he went and hid somewhere on Onigashima, and now they have to go find him, right? That's definitely a possibility there. Also, if that was the case, though, if like there's like a marriage proposal going on between Yamato and one of Big Mom's daughters, maybe Smoothie or somebody, if that was the situation, that of course kind of disproves the whole thing where Big Mom and Kaido got together previously to this, and that's like, Katakuri, Oven, and Daifuku. Because if that's the situation, let's say Yamato was with another woman. Let's just assume that, Kaido and Big Mom got together, and then that's Katakuri, Oven, and Daifuku's father is Kaido. Alright, fine. And then Yamato was from another relationship. Still, that would be really weird, because that would be, Yamato, you're gonna marry one of your half-sisters, essentially. Like, that would be very, very weird. So you can't have that. And of course, Kaido and Big Mom's, if they did get together, Yamato probably wouldn't be their child. It would be somebody else. Okay, so just really quick, when I said that it would be like Yamato marrying like his half-sister if Kaido and Big Mom also had children together. So that's not exactly the case, and the only reason I'm bringing it up, I don't want you to like have to think about this more than you need to, Kaido and Big Mom, but I drew up this really quick family tree here, and I'm like, okay, so let's say Kaido and Big Mom got together, and they had 3 kids together. Katakuri, Daifuku, Oven. Okay. And then, at another point, Kaido married, or not married, but, got with another woman, and then through that they had Yamato. And then, meanwhile, Big Mom married somebody, like, in the Long Leg tribe, and then they had Smoothie. I'm just using Smoothie as an example here. It could be any, daughter of the Big Mom family, but let's just say that. Alright, so you get this family tree. Now, looking at this, I would say Yamato would be related to Smoothie, but I have no idea, would they be step-siblings? I guess, but marriage wouldn't necessarily... I don't get it. I guess step-siblings would be my best guess on what they would be. Not half-siblings, but I don't know. Let me know how the hell this would even, like, shake down. Like, what would Yamato call Smoothie in this particular instance? I have no idea. But the marriage thing might not even happen. It might not even be that situation. It might just be like, you know, Yamato, I've had it with your attitude. Your dad has finally gotten an alliance with Big Mom, another Yonko. If me and Big Mom work together, then we could rule the entire world, and I need you here for that. I need you here to help me, right? It might just be something like that, and Yamato was like, screw you, Dad, I'm gonna go hide. I don't want any of that, right? But if Yamato really is against his father, then we might be able to spin this a completely different way. I saw this comment on the last video that I did, the review, and it was posing the idea, hey, what if you get a three-way alliance between Luffy and the children of the Yonko? So if you get an alliance between Luffy and Katakuri, which has already been kind of set up at the end of Totland, Katakuri definitely has a lot of respect for Luffy after their fight. And then if you get Yamato involved, he doesn't want to be their enemy to begin with. Yamato is just like, I don't like my dad. And then Katakuri and Luffy are like, join us and we can change the world and we don't have to make it this way. And Yamato's like, all right, cool, I'm in. I don't really know you guys all that well, but fine, screw it. If it gets me out of here and if it gets rid of Dad, fine, yeah, let's do it. Now, that alliance would probably involve eventually, like, killing Kaido and Big Mom. You know, that would be kind of the main point, to get rid of them, you know, so they can no longer control their lives. Katakuri was very, very loyal to Big Mom. But also you kind of feel like he was loyal just to kind of, like, assume that role as the strong big brother in the crew. And when you saw how Flampe and the other members reacted to Katakuri's mouth, you get to feel for Katakuri like, man, this sucks. You know, like, ah, oh, man. I'm a member of the Charlotte family. I'm the strongest son. I'm the strongest child. And they still treat me like that. This sucks. You know, I mean, like, Katakuri, you get the feel like, well, I'm already 48 years old, so there's really nothing I can do. I can't leave the crew. I can't go against Big Mom, so I'm just stuck in this position. But damn, this kind of sucks. At least with Luffy, he, like, respected him no matter how he looked, and just like, you know, you're a strong warrior. I respect you. Let's fight. Let's get rid of the freaking peanut gallery, joint conquerors hockey, knock Flampe out, like, and then let's go. King Cobra, Snake Man, you know, Mochi power activate, you know, and then, like, that was, like, the full power there. And after that fight was over, like, yeah, man, that's pretty good. And even Katakuri asks Luffy, like, so are you going to come back here someday? Are you going to get rid of Big Mom? He's like, absolutely, I'm going to be king of the pirates. That's the way I roll. Katakuri's like, damn straight. Now, of course, not every member of the crew is like that. You know, like, Brule, of course, was very nice to Katakuri, doesn't really care about his appearance. But you figure a lot of the people that are, and of course, like his brothers, like Daifuku, Oven, and Perospero, they wouldn't care. They knew what his face looked like. But a lot of other members of the Big Mom crew, that's like an eye-opener to, like, how messed up and jacked up this crew is. For a crew that purportedly, you know, cares so much about family and children, the children really are kind of in huge rivalries with each other, and they don't really get along for the most part. And then you have Big Mom that's, like, once again, doesn't really care more about her children rather than what they could do for her. Like with Pudding, all she cares about is, like, open your third eye already and read the poneglyphs so I can achieve the, you know, the One Piece and become king or queen of the pirates or whatever. She doesn't really care about Pudding herself. In fact, she even makes fun of Pudding, like, ah, man, I need your eye to become king of the pirates, but damn, you're a creepy girl. So, you know, Katakuri, I could see him maybe taking some convincing, but I could see him kind of being like, you know what? The situation that's going on here, Kaido and Big Mom working together, that could literally destroy the world. And Katakuri would be like, I don't really want to do that, you know? Yamato, do you really want to do that? Screw that, I don't want to do that. I'm like, man, we're kind of just living in the shadows. I'm like, seriously, think about it. Like, think of how messed up a childhood you would have if one of your parents were freaking Yonko. Unless they were Shanks. Your childhood, well, Shanks probably just wouldn't be around for your childhood in that case. But, you know, in that situation, you might even be better off. You know, like, you would be really messed up if it's just like, I'm Big Mom, I'm Kaido, I'm your dad, I'm your mom, and you're gonna do what I say. You're gonna, like, help make me the biggest, strongest pirate in the world. You know, you'd be like, psychologically, you'd just be like, I don't want to do that. Why would you, like, yeah, you're a really strong pirate, that's great, but I didn't ask to be born, Mom or Dad. You know, I didn't want this, you know?
but you go along with it just because of how awesomely powerful they are and they have all this influence in the world. You pretty much have to go along with them, right? But then you get this opportunity, this prime opportunity that's never probably going to happen again, where Big Mom and Kaido are in the same place. You have this massive rebellion of 5,000 something strong-ass samurai, Yakuza, 9 Red Scabbards, avenging Odin, and then you have the Straw Hats and the Heart Pirates and the Kid Crew all getting together to fight them, and this is the moment where you're gonna realize, like, holy crap, if I ever wanted to get rid of my dad or my parents and, like, be free and just do whatever I wanted, this is the moment to do it, you know? Now, Katakuri has not arrived in Wano yet, but last chapter we got that whole thing with, like, okay, here's the schedule of events. The Big Mom ship should be arriving. Still, it's a little bit up in the air whether that means Katakuri's going to be arriving or if it's just the Big Mom crew that came to Wano. They're all going to be entering together alongside Linlin. So that's, you know, that's up for debate. But I would really love to see Katakuri again, and given the whole thing, we had all that development with him in the last arc. Pudding as well. But Pudding, you know, Pudding's not like a real combat kind of centric person. Katakuri is the strongest child of Big Mom. You'd think if they were going to announce this alliance to the world, like to all of the Wano and Onigashima, like you would want the heaviest hitters on Kaido's crew and Big Mom's crew to be present for that. You'd want all the Sweet Commanders, all the Calamities, the headliners, everybody involved here. You'd want the strongest members of each crew to really express their power, like, we can do this, we can take over the world, pirates can rule, we can get the One Piece, we can be king of the pirates, together! You want the full scope of that involved, right? So, right now, I'm actually thinking it's pretty damn likely that Katakuri will be arriving. The only reason he didn't arrive earlier was maybe he was recovering from his battle with Luffy. Also, you needed someone to protect Totland. There is an issue that if Katakuri does arrive, then who else is going to be watching Totland? I guess Cracker. I guess, you know, honestly, with Cracker's Biscuit soldiers, it's not a perfect defense, but Cracker could pretty much patrol and defend all of Totland with his own power from, like, any regular pirates that would attempt to invade. Also, if they kept, you know, like the chest soldiers plus Cracker's ability, plus the other members of the crew that aren't family that just stayed on the island, you could probably manage to defend the place unless another Yonko got involved. Unless another supernova decided to invade. Which might very well happen, like with Blackbeard or maybe a Rouge or somebody like that. But other than that, that might be possible. So I don't really know about Cracker too much, but I want to see Katakuri in Wano. And I'm going to go along with that idea, that in that comment, that not just that person, a lot of other people were talking about, like, yeah, we want to see Luffy, Katakuri, and Yamato all being like the next generation and are like, we've had it with this. You know, maybe Luffy representing Shanks in this one particular instance. Like, Shanks doesn't have a son. Well, maybe he does. Who knows? Well, Maki no. I don't want to say it. Shanks doesn't have a son. That's still up on the air. That needs an episode of Mori on that. But overall, it's like Luffy represents Shanks' will. And then you have Katakuri as a son of Big Mom, Yamato, son of Kaido. And like, let's work together on this. And let's eliminate our parents. And let's, form our own alliance in the world. Now, this would all be up to, like, how the character of Yamato is going to be portrayed, how Oda's going to write him, but I'm really looking forward to it. I don't think it's going to be as easy as just, like, oh, yeah, sorry, guys, I wandered off and fell asleep. All right, I'm Yamato. I'm the ace of the Beast Pirates. I'm really strong. I'm going to fight the Straw Hats. I don't think it's going to be anything like that. I think it's going to be a very interesting character now. It's pretty much been confirmed he is, in fact, alive. So, yeah, that's the situation we have going on right now. Anything you want to add, Barry? Oh, yeah, that would be nice. That would be pretty damn cool. Okay, yeah. Comment about what Barry said below, everybody. I think that really opens up some new possibilities as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. This will be Tekking, signing out. Hey now, you're an all-star. Okay, if you can write lyrics to a One Piece themed all-star, you know, like take Smash Mouth's All-Star and maybe add some One Piece based lyrics to it, I will sing it. I can't guarantee I'll be any good, but I will sing it. See ya.